Hello geeks and goobers, so I made a pleated skirt. Wow. Wow. And you can too. And so today I want to show you how to make your own pleated skirt, whether it's for a cosplay, for, schoolgirl, femboy, or whatever. Mine was made for a Astolfo cosplay, and I plan on making a lot of pleated skirts for just, casually, because why the hell not? I found a couple of different videos and examples of other people making it, so I kind of combined techniques of multiple people and, to make my own. I've done the research so you don't have to, and I am proud of what I made, and I can't believe it actually turned out pretty good. So I'll show a list here for you if you want to check those out. Before you start any sewing project, it's really important to know your measurements. For sewing a skirt, it's important to know your waist, your hip to hip, and then kind of the measurement in between. For me, I kind of eyeballed it because I got lazy. Here's me attempting to figure out my measurements. It took me a while, but I did it. It's also really important to measure the amount of length that you want. I didn't want something too short. I wanted it, part way down my thigh. Grab my zipper and fabric and we're ready to go. When you're measuring out the fabric to make a pleated skirt, since it's pleated, you're gonna need a lot more extra fabric than just your waistline. I hear everybody say to do 3 times your waist, but after doing 3 times my waist and measuring out the fabric and everything, when I came to cutting out the fabric, I always had a little bit extra than what I needed, but that's easily adjustable when you are sewing it. I didn't have enough width of fabric, so what I did, since I had a lot more length than I needed, I ended up cutting that off and adding more on to the end, which thankfully I was able to hide within the seams, so it kind of looks seamless, but secretly it is re-lengthened or whatever in the inside right here. Sneaky little bastard. The before and the after. For how long the skirt is doesn't really matter too much because it depends person on person, but the length can depend on how long you want the seams for the pleats, so it's up to you. Before you start your pleats, you're going to want to sew the bottom of the skirt, and then what I did is for the pleats, I used a fork and I flipped it over and did some weird wacky stuff with it. Make sure that you sew it on one end, and then on the other end that isn't sewed, do the pleats. There. This is how it should look like when you're all done the pleats, and I wrapped it around myself to make sure it fit right, and that was when I noticed that it was a bit too long and I had to readjust it, but thankfully it didn't mess up the pleats. When sewing on the zipper, what I did was that I sewed it backwards, if that makes sense. Like, I sewed it in from the inside, and so it looks seamless when you're unzipping and zipping the skirt up. I used the extra fabric for the waistband. Wow. made zipper ends look nice. Yay!
Yeah!
Yay! Did it! I did it! I did it! Thank you for watching. I plan on releasing a full tutorial for my Astolfo cosplay if you want to stick around for that. And I hope you liked my video and explanation. And if you like sewing, cosplay, and anime related content, please subscribe and like this video.